Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Well, today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, but it's all going to be drugstore makeup. Now, I've already filmed up until this point where I have my foundation on, so let me quickly recap if you missed last Thursday's video. I used for primer, and I went in heavy duty this time. I used the Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Primer in my pore areas. And then because I wanted to be nice and moisturized, I used the JOAH Beauty H2O Fresh Dewy Base, and this one is so moisturizing. And then this was a new one I picked up by Essence. It's their Prime+Studio Glow Boosting Pore Minimizing Primer. This was a little interesting because you can either like mix it in with your foundation or you can just put it on as a primer. It's really got a nice glow to it, but so does the foundation I'm wearing currently because I'm very glowy. And the only place I went in with the Essence was on the high points of my cheeks, my forehead, nose, and a little bit on my chin. So the foundation I have on is the Covergirl Outlast Active. Again, if you want to see my tutorial on this and what my final thoughts are going to be on it, go watch last Thursday's video, and I will leave a card up here so you guys can go watch it easily. Then the last thing I did was I went in with before I put on the foundation, I did go in and use the Essence Camouflage Healthy Glow Concealer. I was pleasantly surprised at how much coverage this gave. It says it's waterproof and has a vitamin complex. So I do need to go in with another layer of concealer. So let's do that. Really now? Really now? Really now? Let's do that now. I'm going to forewarn you guys, I am so tired from having a garage sale for 2 days and setting it all up and tearing it all down and getting ads out, making garage sale signs. I'm exhausted. And one night I stayed up until 1:30 in the morning working on stuff, and then I had to get up at 6:30 in the morning to go to work. It was a successful garage sale, though, I will say that. My mother-in-law brought us a few things over. A friend of ours brought a lot of her stuff over, a lot. It was my makeup that really was the selling point and what drew people in. So that's why they like to do their garage sales with me, because they know the makeup is going to bring people in. Okay. I like that. I think that gave pretty good coverage. Let's see. I picked up the color 20 Light Natural in this, so I'm going to give this a few more tries and see if I like it. All right, again, since we are sticking with all drugstore products, I'm going to be using my JOAH Selfie Ready. This is the translucent setting powder. This stuff is so finely milled. And I just take a little bit on my brush, tap it out in the lid so I get off all the extra. Make sure I don't have any creases under my eyes or eyelid. A little bit more. And now my under eyes are totally matte compared to, look how shiny that is. You can pick this powder up at CVS. I'll leave a link down below. Actually, I'll leave links for all the products like I always do. I love how finely milled this is. And it never gets cakey looking on me either. So no matter what powder I use on my face, I will always use this on my under eye area. Okay, now for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Healthy Powder. I've really been liking this, but I tell you, you go through it so fast. That's how much I have left in the pan. And I will tell you, these little sponges that come with it, which I really need to wash mine, they do a great job. And what I do is I put some on the sponge, press that into my skin. So this does take a little bit of time. All right, now that I've pressed that powder all into my skin, I'm going to take a stiffer brush. This is the Morphe G36. I'm still going to use the same powder and just load up my brush. And I'm going to go in and just start buffing that in. This really takes that powder and gets it into your skin so it doesn't just lay on top of it. Get into those pores and wrinkles and takes away that cakey look that you can get. And I would not recommend doing this part without first going in and pressing it in with a sponge, because at this point, if I was buffing it in like this and this hard and heavy, I would just be doing nothing but moving a foundation around my face and probably taking most of it off. All right, I'm all done doing that. So now I want to go in and use some bronzer. So I'm actually going to go in with two. I'm going to use the Covergirl City Bronzer in color 100, and then I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer to do just a little bit of contouring. So I'm going to go in with just an angled brush. Start with the City Bronzer. Boy, that glow is still showing through even with all those powders on. Oh my gosh. I think I've got a good look for you guys that like that glowy look. I might not even need to use any highlighter today. If I do just a little bit. Okay, then what I'm going to do is take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. By the way, I know they have different shades out now. This is just called Bronzer. And I'm going to take the tip of that same brush, go in this way, just kind of swirl it in there, tap off any extra, and just go into the hollows of my cheekbone. Buff that in a little bit. I haven't put on any self-tanner in a few days, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit lighter today. I don't match my neck, that's for sure. All right, just a little bit of highlighter, just a little bit. I'm going to use the Milani Afterglow Strobelight. This is color 901. And go in with my brush, barely tap it in. Yeah, definitely on the glowy side today. All right. Since I wasn't sure what color I was going to be going with for my eyeshadow look today, I got a whole bunch of drugstore blushes out. So looks like I'm going more with a tan, orange, gold kind of look. So I think what I'm going to do is first go in with the Essence Satin Touch blush, and this is in Satin Coral. And I'm just going to kind of tap that in a little bit. And then just to give it a little bit of dimension, I'm going to go in with my Palladio matte blush, and the color on this one is Peach Ice. I love to mix a little bit of blush colors that are a little bit different from each other, because when we blush, we don't just blush in one color, we blush in different shades. So now what I like to do is take a large fluffy brush, kind of blend that all in together. And then if I feel like I really need to kind of clean up down here, I'll go back to my Physicians Formula Healthy Powder, take that little sponge again, and then just kind of draw a line and lightly buff that in again. Okay. Whew. I don't think I've ever been this glowy before. All right, for brows today, I'm going to use, I should have this out first, sorry. I'm going to use the Kokie Highbrow Angled Eyebrow Pencil in Blonde. So you do have this kind of a pencil part on it and a spoolie at the other end. So let me do my brows. And again, I'll be nice and fast forward through this part for you guys, because it's boring. All right, I have the brows done, so let's start moving on to the eyes. I laid out in front of me, and I don't know which ones I'm going to use just yet, but they're handy. So I'm going to have my choices of between the Maybelline The Matte Bar. Should probably open these so we don't get the glare off the ring light there. So these are the shades. Again, matte bar means it's all matte. It does have names to them, but they're on the back. Then I have two of the Milani eyeshadow palettes. These palettes are called the Everyday Eyes. This one is called 08 Must Have Metallics. And then this one is 05 Earthy Elements. So the reason I went and picked this one up is because it has a great all over the lid shade, which is this one right here, and it is not a shimmer. In case you don't want to put shimmer all over your whole eye. So I'm going to start with that. So I think what I'm going to do is go in with this shade right here, and that is called Soundbreaker. And I'm going to take that as my transition shade. Wrong brush. Shoot. I really want to keep this look on the light side today. I really, really do. All right, happy with that. Now, let's go in to the Milani palette. I'm going to pick up this, I'm going the wrong way, right there. This orange shade right there. And it doesn't have names, it just tells you what's supposed to be your crease, your lid, and all that. And they say this is your lid color. Well, no, it's not. That's not what I want to do today. So this is going to be my crease shade, or part of it maybe. Again, trying to go light colored here. Did you guys have a good holiday weekend? Let's see, you'll be seeing this on Saturday, and I'm actually filming it on Sunday, so actual Memorial Day for me is tomorrow, but you guys have already had it. And I have to work. And what's silly is my boss, because we're closed, or we're doing holiday hours, which is 10 to 5, instead of just having me work the whole thing or the other person working the whole thing, she's making us both come in and each work a 3.5 hour shift. Doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, now I need something darker to go in the crease even more. These are all shimmers. So I'm going to go into this shade right there. That is called Brick House. What are we going to do on our lids today, gals? Boys and gals, I should say. Okay, I'm swatching some of these colors, and the Milani one, I was thinking, well, I'm going to take this one up here onto my lid. And I'm going to town digging in there. It doesn't give a lot of payoff. on the back of my hand. There's nothing there, so let's try this one in the other palette. That one you can probably build up. It's down here, so we'll try that one. Not as exciting as I thought it could be. So what I'm going to do, and because we're sticking all drugstore, I'm going to use my Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow, and I'm going to use that as my spray instead of using the MAC Fix Plus, because this is also a glowy highlight. All right, I am back and we are ready to move on to some eyelashes. But before I do that, I want to go in and set my face. Since we've already used the Catrice a lot, I want to try using one of the other two products I have. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Water Primer Spray. No, we don't want to use a water primer spray. So how about the JOAH Selfie Ready Setting Spray in Dewy, since we're going with that glowy look today. Dewy. Okay. Let's let that dry a little bit too. By the way, I have my ring line down a lot, and I noticed that I'm getting a lot of shadows on me, so I think I'll turn that up while this is drying, so sit tight. Gotta let you guys know that because my eyelash perm is kind of growing out right now, I have a bunch of wonky lashes. So some are growing in new and some are still part of the old one. So I've really been liking to go in with a lash primer, and since my favorite is my Marc Jacobs, this is my second favorite. This is the Essence Volume Boosting Lash Primer. So I have tried the L'Oreal one, and something about the L'Oreal mascaras, some of them, they're especially the Lash Paradise one, that one just irritates my eyes really bad. So there's something in there that my eyes don't like. So I like to scrape a lot of this off. So I'm not going in with a lot of product. We start by getting the underside first, and then go to town. I like to give that just a minute or two to dry down. And I'll go in and I'll separate my lashes with my comb here, and then I will go in with my mascara. So today, since I'm using the Essence Primer, I'm going to use the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Hold. And I also like to scrape a bunch of, this is a very wet mascara. So I like to scrape the excess off the brush when I'm using a primer, because otherwise it can get really, really chunky and stuff. So taking that out, I'm going to just let it set for a second, and let's go in, comb through the primer. Just kind of help keep everything separated, and now we'll go in. Again, I've got to go on the underside just a little bit. This should have really dried a little bit longer. See how chunky that is now? I've got the spider eye thing going on, so we're going to do a little bit of work cleaning that up. And just keep combing through. And every little bit, I just have one of these little makeup things, cotton pads. I just wipe it off, Going back. And then I go in with, this is by, what is it? Tweezerman. It's a little folding comb that they have. And this gets in there even a little bit more. Hopefully you guys can see this, because if I don't let that mascara dry down a little bit, hopefully you can see all the little black flakes that it gets. I'm going to also let those dry. I'm going to go in with just a spoolie and I should be able to brush those off. So in the meantime, let's work on the other eye. I picked up the Covergirl Katy Perry Kitty Cat Matte Lipstick, and this is in the color Sphynx. That's what it looks like. And then to line my lips, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the color Bear to Comment. So let's outline first. And then I'll go in with this. There, now I got my lips on. I'm not going to do a gloss on top of this. Just going to stay like this. Alright, we've had a chance to let the mascara dry down a little bit. Let me go in with my spoolie and see if I can kind of get rid of some of those little black splatters that went everywhere. I'm being very gentle doing this. I want to go in, especially underneath my lashes, because by the time I put my mascara on the lower lashes, I really don't want that to try and get underneath that mascara to clean it up. Okay, I'm going to go in and use a little bit more on the top lashes. Again, this has been sitting out the whole time because I'm trying to get it to be a drier mascara for me, and that's working. Except it's still splattering. Let's try the lower lash. I think it's dried out too much to do my lower lashes. Dang it. Gotta dip again. I figured to ask you guys, I really used to like a wetter mascara, but I'm tending not to do like that so much anymore. And I know Essence has like 40 different types of mascaras. Have you guys tried any of the other ones, and are they a drier formulation than this one? And if so, what are they? Because maybe I'll pick those up instead. I like to have a good drugstore mascara, and I've tried a lot of them, so I just haven't tried all of the Essence brands. I think we're done. Let me do a little bit of cleanup still with that mascara around my eyes, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and I have all my makeup completed, and I still think I went a little darker with the look than I intended to, but as far as the eyeshadow look goes, but I do like it. You know me, I love my oranges and golds and browns and pinks. But what do you guys think? Does it look okay? So I also like this lip color with that combination. I think it looks quite pretty. So anyway, that wraps up a full face of drugstore makeup, and I hope you guys have maybe found some new products that you'd like to try. If you've used any of these before, please leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on them as well. And if you are new to my channel, or maybe you're somebody who just keeps coming back and checking out my channel, but you haven't subscribed yet, there's a little subscribe thing down in the corner, and make sure you hit that. There's a bell next to it. You know the drill. Make sure you hit the bell too, because otherwise YouTube is not going to tell you when my videos come out, which happen to be every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. I am starting to draw a blank on what I can do for other videos, so please do me a favor, give me some suggestions down below of videos you'd like to see me do. What are my favorite types of videos that you guys prefer? So You know, I've got all kinds of playlists. Give me some ideas, please. I'm just running blank. So anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, as always, I love you all. And bye-bye.